Welcome back, everyone. I'm JTXRP, and today I have Joshua Qually, the head of physical digital, here with me today. And we just shot another video for the block, and now we're moving on over here. And so, super excited to hear about him and his project and all that he has going on. He is an NFT project, as you can probably guess by the name, combining physical, different physical pieces of property to the blockchain and digital side of things and making them NFTs. And they're not all what I thought they were. So I'm very interested for you to learn what I'm learning and to be your voice here as I interview Josh. If you do have any other questions, please make sure to reach out on his socials, or if you want to put comments below, I'll try to help you as best I can. But we're going to be talking with him today, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you like this, and check out his stuff. But Joshua, thank you so much for joining me today. I feel like I should just call you Josh. Is Josh okay? Okay,
Sure, go for it.
cool. All right, but tell us a little bit about your project, because I feel like I don't want to minimize it by any deal. It seems like you've been doing NFTs for quite a while. Tell us a little bit about, I guess, yourself and your project.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, everybody, and taking time to watch this. I'll try to keep it pithy. So, JT, I started martial arts when I was 3.5, toured all over Canada, some parts of the United States, and many different public demonstrations. Calgary Stampede Parade 3 times, Lethbridge Parade, Key of the Cities, multiple different TV and newspaper kind of awards recognition when I was younger, and you could say I was kind of famous in youth. I was
Okay.
famous in youth, and never tried to. I saw people that got a semblance of fame, and it went to their head. The same thing with people and wealth,
Mm.
right? And so it's one of those things that can. It can go to your ego, or you can stay humble, and you can continue to focus on what you're doing. And so what I've always been passionate about is martial arts, and I like martial arts because of the ability that it allows you to learn more about yourself, and how to read others. It gives you all kinds of different skills when it's trained properly and
Okay.
it's practiced properly. And there's, of course, a lot of different martial arts. I've taken many different styles chronologically: Taekwondo, Goju-Kai, Goju-Ryu, boxing, kickboxing, Wing Chun, Hung Gar, Ninjutsu. I even took some Muay Thai for a bit, and trained with many different professionals, some people that were ranked internationally. Dale Brown, who was a silver medalist in the Olympics, trained with him in Calgary. Most of my training was in Calgary, for anybody that's wondering, although I took private martial arts lessons in various things that I wasn't training full time, like ninjutsu,
Wow.
and sometimes different. And Wing Chun was the private martial arts lessons again. So I was also training full time, and then training with these other people part time. But it was something that I always loved. Of course, when I got older, I got into the working field. And then in my later life, I decided that I wanted to stop kind of job jumping, as some people would call it. And I got myself a professional designation as a Red Seal ticketed journeyman parts person. And that was as a purchaser. So when the market started to slow down from COVID, I decided that, hey, my uncle in Chicago has always been bugging me to pursue my passion. And if I can make my passion into my business, that's the best way to be, because then you enjoy what you're doing. So December of last year, just recently, I started taking days off, but I essentially have worked every single day since December of last year. There were some skills that I did not know that I had to learn,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of relied on people to try to figure that out, and they would point me in the right direction. YouTube, actually, there's lots to learn on YouTube. So I wouldn't classify myself as an artist, but a martial artist. But I was lucky enough that I had the the room and the money to be able to pay my bills and pursue my dream full time. And so I have been full time living off of my investments, XRP, and my first project on Songbird sold out after 6 months of development in creating video NFTs, martial arts video NFTs, and that's called the Celestial Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the very first project. And each of those videos took a lot of work. There's not very many video NFT projects out there, and there's not many projects that use live action or green screen. So
gotcha. Just to clarify, you are on the XRPL now, though, right? Because my people that are watching me might be like wondering. So
yeah, so the reason I didn't launch first on XRP is because I didn't really see as XLS14D or XLS14 as a real NFT protocol.
True, I hear you.
I knew that there was going to be problems with it, and I was right.
Yes,
and there still are. And so that's why I decided to launch on Songbird first and told my community that I was going to be going to XRP later. And so now that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Cool. Just wanted to clarify because people are like, Songbird, wait, what's going on? What's JT covering? So I just want to make sure that they know that, like, yes, you are on the XRP ledger. Not that I always cover XRP projects, but I might invite others from time to time. Just heads up, people. But I am passionate about XRP. So
no, you could say I'm a large holder in XRP. I have my life savings in XRP. I've been living off of XRP for 2 years.
Not too many people can say that part. That's for sure.
No, and I am working full time in crypto. I do not have another job. This is my job. I pay myself in XRP. I liquidate and pay my bills in XRP, and my life savings is in XRP. Before I even got into it initially, I researched it for 6 months.
Wow.
I can honestly say that I have read more on XRP and Ripple than I did in my 3 years of my Red Seal trade certification.
Wow. That's if only everyone did so much research, but yeah, right. Speaking of, if you're into doing your own research, you might want to go check out the block video we just recorded. But, maybe the block will help you to do some of those things. But yeah, we'll make sure to check out. I'll put the link in the description of this video if you want to go check that out. But Josh, we've talked a little bit about your project and yourself. Let's share a little bit about what it looks like and the thing. So let me do a few edits here. There we go. All right, so we're here on your website, and this wasn't this is the contact page, so let's go here. All right. So we're back here on your website, and this is the physical digital home, if you will, right? So you have this huge warning below here, which I think a lot of people might appreciate when they're first getting into crypto. Besides that, is this can you describe the Celestial Journey, or is that just one NFT, or does that describe your project? Is it the Celestial Journey of Joshua Qually?
Your journey begins here, and so I'm very. I came at this from a business perspective, and some people come at from an art first, and then they want to make money. I came at it from a business first, and then learned how to do the art.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay.
And because I was working full time and I was doing everything myself, I didn't outsource anything. Then I knew that at some point in the process, I was going to become very busy, and I wouldn't be able to do the creation part. So right now, as it sits, I've actually got 4 more collections that are unreleased. I've got 3 right now that are totally completed.
And they're ready to go.
And they are ready to go on 2 different chains. And I can just, there's the Void and the Zen, and then the Visage is ready to go. And then after, I've got Voyage and Cyber And I think there's a couple R&D ones that I'm working on too. But you know, so the reason I bring that up is because what you're looking at, this moving background,
Mm-hmm.
that's the Celestial Voyage. That's like 6 months down the road,
Oh
a
wow.
collection
Okay.
that I'm working on, where you have celestial images. And so the next collection that's launching on XRP is just a character with a null background, right? That you can put on whatever you want, like another one of the collections that's coming.
So you're talking about combining NFTs together, essentially, is kind of what I'm hearing. Oh, well, that doesn't really work
Yes.
on a recording, but
Yes.
yeah.
I'm just, yeah. So if this is a preview, because I know that people are busy nowadays and some people may not watch this, but if you are, that's what's coming,
Okay.
is that there will be an ability to be able to combine NFTs, which of course is going to lower the total amount and make what you have even more rare. And so you'll be able to take like a Celestial Zen or a Celestial Void and be able to add it on some of these other collections later on that are these beautiful moving backgrounds, stills or moving backgrounds.
Gotcha. No, that sounds like even would be really cool for games to do. I could see that becoming really huge. And
Yeah.
I just back in the day, there's different mixing. If you ever played like role playing games, there's different mixing components together to create something else. It's exactly what it reminds me of. So it's really cool. I haven't heard of anyone
Definitely
else
did.
doing that either. So shh to everyone in the audience.
I'm doing a lot of yeah. So that's I consider it my R&D, my research and development.
Okay.
When I get bored, I do R&D projects.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so the huge warning at the bottom, I also do warnings on my advertisements because I look at what's happening with other countries like UK, and they are already issuing warnings to companies that are not providing accurate warnings to cryptocurrency investors
Mm-hmm.
and trying to promise too much or trying to mislead people with the risks or trying to make it really appealing without saying, hey, there's a chance you might risk everything here or you might lose everything or, and so I put some caveats in here that even, so one of the things that I do is that my returns in my projects are usually with rebates, and rebates are coming back to the person in the native network token that they paid. So
Where's that described real quick on your website if people want to learn more, if I just want to click there real quick?
yeah, so if you click on menu and the upcoming collection is the Celestial Void. And so if we scroll down a little bit more and we can see the collection utility, and that all of that is the collection utility. There's tons of collection utility. There's physical items that you'll be able to get along with video NFTs representing the ownership. Mm-hmm. There's things like where there's engraved katanas that I'm not aware that anybody else on any blockchain has done. You're more than welcome to prove me wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure you won't be able to. There's going to be the Celestial Zen NFT you're going to get as well if you get a Celestial Void, and then there's different percentages. So I'm offering cross-chain utility. The people that have the first collection are going to get a percentage of the minting XRP price of the second collection. And if they mint the second collection, they'll get more. So what this does is this creates the holders in the first collection to want to support the project, if anything, but for themselves. And so this is really a test to see, do people want to do they want to make sure that project mints out and support it because they directly benefit, and it's in network native tokens and not in promise tokens or that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then what I'll do is provide them with a very transparent structure that they can see what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, when I'm doing it, open line of communication with me anytime they want. And then they can also get native network tokens back. And I'm not promising, like, if you go to some projects and you go, holy geez, like this person's gonna get back, like if you look at the Gen 1, Gen 2, 7 Samurai is at 51.7%. So there's seven Samurai in the first collection, and if they mint 7 NFTs of the Void,
seven samurai.
yeah, they're gonna get back 51.7% of the XRP price over 12 months.
So they pay for a 7 samurai, and they get 51.7% of what they paid back
In XRP.
in XRP.
Yeah, if they mint the second collection, yeah.
Oh, if they mint the second collection.
Yeah, because that would be the Gen 1 is the
Okay.
Celestial Samurai, and Gen 2 is the second one, right? So if they do nothing, they'll still get back 37.7% of the XRP for the ones that they hold, but there's only 7 of them. And then for Ronin means that you have a key and you have a 7 Samurai, and then they're going to get a larger percentage back of that XRP. So if they do nothing but just support the project to help it to mint out, then they're going to get back for each Ronin they have 24.5% of the mint price of the XRP in this this next collection.
So they mint an earlier project, at least for the Ronins and the Samurais and what you have going on here. They mint an earlier project.
Yes.
Then if they hold and mint another one, they'll get a larger percent back from holding and minting the next one.
Yes. And if they do nothing, they'll still get something back.
And so, of course, the benefit to NFTs, of course, being art, and of course, in this particular scenario, having a physical piece of something, whether it be a samurai sword, a suit of armor, the kind of cool things that you're doing, which I'm not sure if we could show. If you want to give a sneak preview to that, we can.
Oh yeah, we can show any of that stuff.
Okay, I would love to see that, but first I want to try to understand the benefit to the investment or the holder. And by the way, none of this is financial advice. This is just me having a friend on, trying to understand and educate the community. But that being said, I am interested from an investor's perspective is like, what is the benefit besides a really awesome thing you're about to show us? What is the there's potential for people to value it, of course, and pay more for it later, and to trade it for more XRP later. There's the benefit that you could invest more in the project and then potentially get more back. Is that my understanding, or? Yeah,
so let's say that you had the first collection, the Celestial Samurai on Songbird.
Okay.
Okay. I technically just paid out the whole holders pool. So my 1-year obligation to give those people their rebate back has been fulfilled.
Okay.
I'd like to say that I paid them for 4 months every month. And then I just gave them, because the price was going down, I paid them out for 7 months plus the delegation reward percentage.
Okay.
Which I didn't need to do, but I did anyway. So I was able to take that amount that they had and then grow it in a risk-free way. And then everybody was able to get more because of that.
In the Songbird instance, right?
On Songbird, yes.
Songbird, okay.
Right. And so then when it comes to XRP, now I'm going, Proggy is my developer. He's going to help to design a DApp and an X app where people will be able to log in, and it will do a check to say, hey, do you have this NFT on Songbird? Yes, you do. And then it will say, okay, well, what is your XRP address? Do you have this new collection? Yes, you do. Then you'll click redeem and you will be able to get back XRP.
Wow. Okay.
From the second mint. Now, I had already wanted to get this collection minting, but then the FTX crash happened literally within 24 hours of my mint supposed to go live, and I postponed. So I am currently waiting, but while I'm waiting, I have been developing more. I have been creating more for the community, and there's now more NFTs that will be given out to people that win those celestial blades, which are very real katanas, and you have a 1 in 49 chance of winning one of those.
Wow. Okay.
Provided you're over 18 and I can legally ship it to you, of course.
Okay. Gotcha. That's how are you going to prove that out? How's that going to work?
I'll just
And real quick,
Can
where do you get the that question as well as how do you know if like how is the person randomly chosen as well? Like I want to ask that as well.
Okay, so in this next collection, the Celestial Void, there's 398 NFTs, and in there, there's a little symbol next to the NFT that is in the NFT that's going to, and it's not on the metadata,
Okay.
and it's going to represent ownership of the katana. So uh, when people find those, then they'll get a hold of me, and then I can verify that they are legally able to get the katana. They're over 18 and that kind of thing.
Okay.
And then I can get their shipping information, ship them the physical katana with a tracking number at my own expense, and they pay for customs and then if there's any licensing they need to do or what have you, then they can take care of that.
Gotcha.
And I'll send them the NFTs. They're going to get one video NFT representing the katana, one video NFT representing the bag, and then another NFT from a partner project and a storyline that's created specifically for that the katana and the bag.
A storyline. How long is the storyline?
It's like a short story written on Medium that's being developed right. I'm waiting. I'm going to get the proof within the next couple days.
Okay. I was just kind of like, man.
From EB Shriver. Yeah.
EB who?
EB Shriver is it's a project with the value add is the story, and he's a fantastic story writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not familiar with, I guess, that writer, that author, but um cool. So
I'm also working on other things too, though. I'm working on trying to get a 3D scan, of which I've got it actually set up, the katana in the bag set up right now on green screen right here.
okay.
That was my last night, and going to try to get that into some kind of a metaverse or video game. I just need to get a good scan of it and get it modeled out and get the right kind of files and that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a huge task in itself. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, do you want to show, I guess, some of these things?
Yeah, maybe show them maybe the some of the cooler stuff. As far as maybe the dragon scale armor, that's the as far as I know, that's the first NFT'd digital of armor, samurai armor, anywhere on any blockchain. I can reasonably say that because I know that it's a restricted item and it's insanely hard to get. Oh, that's the first collection, the Celestial Samurai.
Oh, it's the first one. Where's the one you're talking about?
It's just to the left of it, the tab to the left of it. Yeah. Yeah, that's so this NFT represents real samurai armor you're looking at without the war fan and the katana, of course, but yes, that's samurai armor.
Okay. Are these custom made, handmade, like?
Yes, that was made at a foundry, an authorized factory that creates samurai armor for all the major Hollywood movies.
Oh wow!
It was commissioned. It took 6 months to make, of which I got to choose every part, piece, and component that made that dragon scale armor.
And only 100 XRP.
I think that might be a bid.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like, that's nuts.
Yeah, I think that might be a bid. Yeah, I don't think that I would take under. I don't think I would take under 8,000 USD for it.
Okay, I was gonna say that sounds like quite a deal.
If somebody wants to make a bid on it, you're more than welcome to. But
gotcha. Well, I don't get 8,000 right now. It is
available.
But, okay. But hey, if you've got it, if you want a nice samurai suit of armor, Josh is your guy. So
yep. Yeah, and so how that would happen is the person would place the bid, and then if it was a bid that I was willing to accept, then I would connect with that person just to make sure that they could legally own it.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
And then there's also the kimono, which is the Phoenix kimono. As far as I know, that's the first on the on any blockchain as well.
Gotcha.
It's 100% silk, hand stitched. Yeah. And that video represents the ownership.
Awesome. Very beautiful. Let's show them the things if you have a second. I mean, if you want to go grab them or
There's, there's also the celestial blades, which
oh,
represents the katana. Let me take off my filter here and I can show you.
okay.
Let me just change my background. Here, I'll show you the katana, what the katana looks like here.
Let me maximize the screen after I get done with the video. And he hands you the katana. That's funny. Let me maximize
Yeah, that
Josh
that
here.
little add-on at the end, just me bowing and handing over the katana. That took 12 hours to record that, and then put that little 2-second clip at the end of all of those videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
People don't understand what it takes, right? I'm just gonna maximize you so people can see all the thing. Oh my gosh, nice golden wrapping.
Yes, this is it's fabric. This was a custom made bag specifically for this katana that I had created, and wrapped with leather, waxed leather at the end, so it wouldn't fray anymore. The tie wrap.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's really beautiful. Let me take this out and you guys can see it. There's 7 of these and they're all individually engraved. They're wrapped right now so that they don't get damaged or scratched or anything. So you can see that they're all wrapped up. They're signed with a gold pen at the bottom of each of them.
Oh, so you can't really show it like on the inside, right?
My little artist signature.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yeah, you can see there's the QR code there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've got the blade all wrapped up. These are live blades. They're razor sharp.
Okay. So they're like battle ready, like.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're not for show. This is for like.
No, these are very dangerous. Yeah,
okay.
For sure. You could definitely hurt yourself or something else with it.
All right. So do not use and do not play.
Yeah. So real katanas. There's 7 of them, and the bags are all ready. I'm just in the point of, you can see here now. Here's my green screen studio.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm just trying to scan that, get a good scan of the bag over there. So I've got it hung up.
Yeah. Bags are hard with all the crinkles and stuff, and
yeah, the lighting with the reflectiveness as well. Yeah, definitely posing a little bit of a challenge for me, but that's okay.
Soft light. That's all I could say. Soft light. Well, it's really interesting. And so tell us about the craftsmanship that went into these blades, because you mentioned is it the same people that did the armor for the
No, it's different people than who created the armor. The blades were it's a company that just specialized in kind of like creating crazy blades.
Okay.
Yes, and so I custom ordered with them. They had the blades, and then when I received them, then of course I had to quality control all of them to make sure that that they were meeting the bar, and then created the
slice a sheet of paper or
videos.
like what? How did you test it? I'm curious.
Just like the back of a nail. Usually, if you want to check the sharpness, you can just put the back of your nail on the blade and kind of like go like this.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're definitely sharp.
Oh, gotcha. You're like Band-Aids to prove it.
Yeah, they're definitely sharp. But yeah, they're weighted very nice. They're beautiful blades. And there's only 7 of these, which are as far as I know, are the first digital katanas on any blockchain. And they'll be coming with a video that represents the ownership of the katana, which is they're all unique. And then there's also a unique video that represents the bag, because the bag was an after add-on. When I delayed the project, I decided I'm going to do more for the community, and I had the bags created, and then I thought, oh, well, it's because it's a separate thing. I should create a little bit more and create unique videos for these bags as well.
Interesting. So do you want to show the suits of armor or the other things, or?
I can't show that to you now because it's downstairs.
Okay. Hard to bring that
Not
up.
easily.
All right. We'll go back to I guess sharing the screen here real quick. All right, so we're back here on looking at your NFTs. You've shown us the different ones you have in terms of
Mhm.
like the samurai and the kimono. I guess I'm gonna call it the Japanese-ish collection. It's mostly,
Mhm.
but you have other things besides that you've done, right?
Yeah, so the celestial fidgetals as well. With some of them were for fun. That's your top right tab there.
Yeah, this is for, but the a lot of the samurai stuff is on XRP, right? At least the second
Yes.
second generation.
Yes, this all the
Uh,
second gen stuff. Yeah, the blade, the bag, the armor, the kimono.
and anything in the future is going to be on XRP, just for
Uh,
clarification.
Unknown.
Unknown. Okay, gotcha. I know
Yeah.
the XLS20 has they've had a share of issues at the moment, but hoping they will be overcome. But good to know. Just want to make sure because I know people are probably thinking, well, what about the future of it? What am I, you know, what am I going to get those percentages back in the future? Well, if it's not on XRP, then at least my question. One of the things that you would show me before we started shooting the video was a rubber duck, and so I think that was hilarious, and I wanted to share that. So I wanted to start there. So sorry everyone, but if you're interested in a digital rubber duck that's on the blockchain,
That's a
uh,
video too.
oh, it's a video too.
These
Okay,
are all videos, yeah.
so let's see if I can get it. I'm stealing your NFT while I'm playing the video. I feel
And
like.
Anthony S won this in a competition.
Okay.
So this was a giveaway. I mailed it to him. He said he was going to not let his dog chew it up.
Oh, that's funny. Well, it doesn't seem to want to play for me, but
Yeah, it looks like it's having caching issues.
gosh. Um,
But yes,
oh,
it's there
there
we
it
go.
is. It was that thing at the top of the screen. There we go. A acid trip rubber duck.
Yep. It does do a little honk at the end.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, we've got that muted, so
Of course,
yeah,
it has to do the honk. It is a rubber chicken.
it's great. Um, I'll go back here. All right. So it seems like you've made so many different things, digital, so to speak, on the blockchain.
Yeah, there's
Did you,
the first bottle of Dom Perignon is what I'm aware of as a
the
fidgetal.
the first bottle? Oh,
Yeah, I'm not aware of the company making any fidgetals
okay. I thought I meant the first ever bottle of Dom Perignon. I was like, that's got to be pretty huge.
as a fidgetal, as
Yeah,
far as I know. That's it.
that's cool. Well, as you know, for the people far in the future, that might be the only one that might have ever existed to their understanding. So
Maybe.
you never know.
Um, yeah, and that's the reason why I could do that is because people already do one of ones on eBay. They have pictures representing the ownership of things that they sell.
Really? Okay.
So I can't see how this is any different. Now, if I wanted to have a bunch of these, I could see that as a potential issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one video represents ownership of that particular bottle.
That's that's crazy. Well, at least now between this and eBay, you would know at least that's the only one. At least in terms of the looks like the Songbird blockchain. So you mentioned interoperability. How do you have interoperability for your physical digital products?
Well, it depends on which ones we're talking about.
Okay.
So in terms of the first NFTs, then the from the Celestial Samurai collection, they reward in other network native tokens when those happen, provided people do give me the information they need and they do what we need them to do so that they can get stuff right.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if I don't have someone's wallet, I can't give them anything.
Yeah.
Right. So we're having to work a little bit in terms of how we're providing value between networks, but um, as of this point, all of this stuff is just one of one representing the actual thing that you see in it.
Gotcha. A mandolin? Is that what that's
Yeah,
called?
yeah, that's
Mandolin?
an antique mandolin. Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably one of the oldest pieces there, the Jingasa. Um, and then there's some Dragonware tea set. Actually, this is one of the competitions that's going on right now for the sake set. People just I think there's one more retweet left in that Dragonware sake set, and then somebody's going to win that on the very far left.
Oh, here? Okay.
Yeah, somebody's going to win that pretty
crazy.
soon here. But people have been busy or whatever on the Black Friday sales or whatever they're doing. So there's going to be a bunch of people that are now aren't going to be able to get that because they didn't. They're not following the competition.
Crazy.
It's not too late if you're watching this.
Okay, we'll see when I can get this out. Well, very, very interesting. So one of the things I liked about your project is that you talked about, full transparency, and you mentioned your Discord that I wanted to make sure I showed, because you put your daily progress on everything you've done for the project on here, including having a meeting with myself. So, really, really crazy that you do this, that you make yourself accountable to the community, that usually it's like you don't hear about things until they drop or someone enters a space, but you can go to Josh's Discord here, and you can see what he's doing. So
yeah, you just look at daily progress and you can see exactly what I'm doing.
At least towards the project.
Yeah.
So
yep.
really,
so
really
even
cool.
that meeting that we had with Block is on there. When I did have that, when I traveled to Edmonton to go have the meeting with Spendabits, Jay, that was on there. When I was editing it and doing the camera movements and all that kind of stuff, you can see that on there. When I picked up the 7th bag at the seamstress, it was a day off, kinda.
Yeah, need to make sure to cut those days off. But yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I was trying to start days off on the 21st, and you can see that I really haven't. Yesterday wasn't even really a day off, so you can see that I pretty much worked every single day.
Yeah, I was gonna say we definitely need to work on the sustainability of the blockchain. That's where hope the agile will help at some point. But yep, y'all do so much for, at least the projects that I try to cover, do so much for their communities, and I've never met such hardworking people that A, that make up the block, and then B, that for the projects that I'm trying to share with. So
if you go up, you can see that I've been doing this for months. You see November. It goes all the way back.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure I can reach the top if it'll just keep
I posted
jumping down.
Yeah, there's so much. It goes pretty much every single day. There's October. 19th, 20th.
Yeah. So we're back to still in October. Just for this second. Man, it really won't let me go super far, will it? Okay, well, you get the idea. You can go and do that all you want on your own time, people.
So even when I'm working on future collections, like if the funny thing is that sometimes I'll put hints in here, like the stuff that I'm working on, the future stuff, just for the people that are going to spend the time to read it.
Oh, that's cool. So you're like, spoilers.
If they want spoilers, then all I have to do is just do a little bit of reading.
You got to drop them on my channel, man. That's what I need.
And then in wallets and then funds transfer info, I also show on there other things that I'm doing as well on the left-hand side. If you just scroll down a little bit, there's the wallets up a little bit, up a little bit.
Wallets, etc.
Yeah. So this is all of the different project wallets, what they are, what they're used for. And when I add more, then I'll put it on there. I also include links to the Explorer where you can just click there and verify it for yourself. And if you don't know how to use the Songbird Explorer, I created a video to show you how to do so.
Awesome.
Yeah, right there, the tutorial. I show people how to audit project and audit my wallets right in that video.
Well, go make sure to like and subscribe to his channel as well if you're interested in physical digital NFT, obviously. Try to have you back on, Josh, but it seems like like you said, you've been doing this 2 years, so obviously you've got the everything you need to do so. So it's really cool.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
it's just
definitely.
you on the project, right? There's no team. You said you had a developer. You want to go
Yeah,
into
I have
that
a
a little bit?
developer.
Okay.
Yeah. My developer's name is Proggy. Glenn, absolutely fantastic guy, family man. He helps out a lot of projects on both XRP, Ledger, and Songbird ecosystems. He builds dApps and XApps. He does airdrops for many projects. He works on even bots that will work between on Discord and the fantastic guy. And so he helps me design things. He's yeah, been a great guy. And the funny part is that he's been around with me since I first started because he actually had a background in After Effects and video editing and stuff. So he would kind of not give me fish, but he kind of like would give me little hints on teaching me how to fish. Hey, go check out this video, or okay, now try to do this, right? So, first when I was learning, I didn't know how to like do green screen. So I've got another friend who actually teaches digital editing, After Effects, compositing, rendering, all of that kind of thing, making video games in a technical college in Saskatchewan. And he was kind of helping me as well to learn. So I definitely didn't do everything myself. I did have some friends that helped me out, and I'm
Gotcha.
thankful for that. Yeah.
Well, cool. I mean, but the in terms of like the day to day on the project, it's you, but
And
it's
I've also got some consultants as well, like just
consultants. Okay.
friends that I talk to that are really kind of following the front edge of where things are in the space. Um, and kind of integrated in the space. And I have a number of different partners now. So I have a utility partner with Astrals on X,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I also have a utility partnership with Classy Zoch. That was a recent thing, and just recent. Also, within the last 2 weeks, we have a couple community engagement people that are doing absolutely fantastic. So I'm just I'm really thankful for them too.
Cool. So can you talk a little bit about the utility? Because you dropped some names that are also a part of the block, and
Yep.
you say utility partnerships. Can you describe more about what those are and how they work? Or
Yeah. So with Astrals on X, well, when he had promise tokens, we probably got to talk again about this. But when he had promise tokens, there was if someone had half an Astral on X and half of and a physical digital, then they would be able to get the same benefit as if they had a full Astral
okay.
NFT. And there was somebody that made use of that and actually went to a live concert, got in VIP, went into the backstage and met everybody. So
Wow.
that really actually happened. And I'm not aware of many projects that offered that kind of utility. The but yes, we support each other. If we need help with any questions or how we can help each other out, then we're usually talk at least once a week. We talk on the phone.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And what about Classy? Because how does Zoe enter the picture? Because I get another NFT project you could, help each other out. I see some there, but how does Classy fit?
So how Classy fits is that so my project is like a holders project, right?
Yeah.
And so holders are kind of low risk. They don't really, these people are professionals, are kind of going about their daily lives. They're not really
Trading every 5 seconds.
yeah, they're not trading every 5 seconds. They're not in the Discord all the time, wasting energy talking about just filling air. They're they're around when they need to be, type of thing, right? So
Yeah.
where Classy comes in is that people that know me know that I'm not a huge fan of promise tokens. I think the vast majority of them haven't been announced yet, but are most likely going to be declared securities.
And for those that are new, can you just kind of define them a little bit loosely for some people that are maybe new to
Yeah.
the space? Because I try to make sure that they are always taken care of.
Sure. So let me just give you a broad overview. If you're not aware of, there's two different kinds of NFTs. There's fungibles and non-fungibles. So a fungible is a fungible would be like taking a single thing and making copies of it. So you have one thing, you have a bunch of copies. So if I was going to have, just say like the background you're looking at, and I was to copy that, that would be technically a fungible, of which that celestial key is a fungible NFT. And that particular NFT, we have a fungible that mixes with a non-fungible to make the Ronin roll. So the non-fungible NFT is a unique NFT. That NFT is it's not divisible. It is one and whole and unique unto itself.
Because of the blockchain.
Because the blockchain,
Okay.
the blockchain is what proves ownership. And so the NFT can be anything that any like a receipt, any pamphlet, flyer, proof of purchase of any kind of concert ticket, an image, a video that doesn't represent anything or does. It really depends on who wants to give the attributes to it, right? Like a bill of sale to a car. I can give you a bill of sale, but if I don't sign it, it's worthless. You can have a deed for a Ferrari that shows the ownership of the Ferrari, but you can take a picture of it too. But that doesn't mean that the picture means you own it.
So
And so
the
the difference
promissory note
is,
would be about the Ferrari in the example. Sorry, I thought that was a really
yes,
good analogy.
yes. Yeah, so the promissory note is that is kind of like a promissory note is like a Chuck E. Cheese token. A lot of these are based on a Chuck E. Cheese business model, which essentially means that you're going to get a promise token to play games and win prizes, and typically they're not worth very much.
Chuck E. Cheese always wins.
Chuck E. Cheese always wins. The house always wins, and if it doesn't, it's not going to survive as a business very long. And so I guess in that Chuck E. Cheese business model, the goal of Chuck E. Cheese is to try to make something that's not valuable seem like it is. And so then they get to keep as much capital as possible. The other way to do it is that you could have a redemption token or a redemption NFT. So you would say that I will here's your token, and then you can go take it over here and you can trade it in for something.
Which is so what XLS 14 did, right? Sorry to interrupt, but yeah.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
That's what you're not a fan of.
No, I'm okay with redemption tokens because it's a 1-for-1 exchange in value.
Okay.
I'm not okay with, I don't like the security Chuck E. Cheese business model because far too many people get sucked into slow rugs and far too many projects. I mean, it's how many humans do you know that lie?
Right.
How many humans do you know that make an agreement but never fulfill on it? How many people do you know that actually have integrity? And then now let's just attribute this to some token you can create for virtually nothing with a bunch of promises you can just dole out and maybe never fulfill, or when you fulfill them, it's not what you want or something you may never like. And that's, I think, the problem is because if you look at Chuck E. Cheese business model, you don't start issuing the Chuck E. Cheese business to the tokens until your business is open. But we almost have the exact opposite going on, where people are issuing the Chuck E. Cheese tokens and saying, "Oh, I promised them to build a building." Oh no, hey, just hang on, I'm going to be building the building. No, I really am. Oh, but you know what? You're going to love these prizes. These prizes are shit, man. I don't like these prizes. Oh no, just we got some new games coming in. Don't worry, you're going to like the games. Man, these games, I don't want to play them. They suck. Oh, don't worry, we got some new ones coming out. And there's this perpetual promises that keep on going that you're going to like the games, you're going to like the prizes, you're going to stick around, and there's going to be something there that drives value. And I think that a lot of these are much better in people's minds than they are in reality. And we've seen that if you just look at the space and some of these metaverses that have been built out, where people have been rugged for millions of dollars because of hopes and dreams. And my second thing about hopes and dreams is smoke and mirrors. And there's a lot of that.
Yeah. Especially in, we saw Metaverse Tokens, like it's 22 right now. Around last year, Metaverse tokens were huge. Everyone was, Facebook changed their name to Meta, and all of a sudden it's like everything that was even tied to the Metaverse would just, skyrocket to a degree, and it was just nuts. And now everyone's like, well, what is a metaverse? And everyone's like figuring out Second Life and how long that's been around, and all these different things that have been there before even the before crypto decided to make that a thing and kind of absorb it. So, yeah, it's really interesting. But that's also, again, why we have the block, right? To make sure that these projects can stand on their own and that they that's what you're a part of, right? And you're actually the security officer for that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're the one making sure these things don't enter, right?
Yeah. Well, people probably kind of gather from me that I've got a very low put up with bullshit policy. And it just really sucks seeing people rugged over and over again. It's really easy for people to make promises. I think it's a lot harder to fulfill them. And when you make promises for collections, and those collections take a lot of energy, time, money, and effort to create, then people go, oh geez, what do you mean I've got to give this out now? I got to fulfill what I said I was going to do.
Yeah.
Right. And it comes off the bottom line, and it's a lot easier. This is why I deal with native network tokens, is because it's a lot easier to give promise tokens than it is to give native network tokens. Mm-hmm. And I will say that because if you look at how liquidity works, is that if you're going to buy an NFT, what do you have to do? Well, you have to take fiat and you have to get it into crypto. Mm-hmm. You have to do that. So what are you going to be dealing with? Well, you're going to be dealing with a main native network token. That is the most liquid token because it's got the highest volume. It's supported on multiple marketplaces and all of that kind of thing. If you wanted to move $100,000 in XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum, you could do so and not move the price, right? But if you take a token and you create it out of thin air and it's got no liquidity, and you go and you buy, let's say I create a million tokens out of thin air, and then I just go buy my own token for $1. What does that mean? I have a market cap of $1 million now?
No.
If I'm the only one in the market? No, right? And so these people they do all kinds of unscrupulous things in terms of market manipulation. I have seen within the last 3 months projects buying their own NFTs on marketplaces to try to fake volume that doesn't exist.
Not on the block, right?
Not on the block, no.
I was going to say, wait a second.
Not on block projects, no. But I've seen this where projects have had competitions to try to have the most volume trading on marketplaces, and so they'll have these buy and sell competitions where their own projects are buying and selling their own NFTs and just giving whatever the royalties are to the marketplaces to make it look like there's transparent or there's business when there isn't. I've seen things that very much look to be money laundering.
Wow.
Where there's very large sales of NFTs for no reason in a high price, just to like either make it look like there's really something there when there isn't.
People buying their own NFTs and trading back and forth to drive up the price seems like to be a very common thing. It makes me very skeptical about NFTs for the most time. I know they're going to find their place in mainstream, and they kind of already have in terms of crypto. But for me, I'm still very skeptical about NFTs in general. There's a couple that I'm excited about, and that's the reason why you're here. But if I could afford one of those blades, I would be going for it. But But yeah, it's amazing some of those practices. So
there's wash trading, money laundering, market manipulation, order book spoofing, you name it. It's all happening.
And sorry, just real quick, for those that are new to the crypto space, this may seem really intimidating and horrible. And if you're like someone said, hey, watch JT's channel, it's very good for new people. Like, I'm not trying to scare you away. This happens all over, but it's very transparent in the crypto market because of the blockchain. And that's why that Josh can see all these things. And so I just wanted to clarify real quick for those who may be new.
And there's no blockchain that's kind of, I haven't found any yet that that this didn't exist on right now because
Mm-hmm.
it's an unregulated market. And that's exactly why I've got, and while we're here, you might as well go click on it, where, we've got the menu on the right-hand side for new people. And then if you scroll down here, on the right-hand side there you go, business plan and RM, which is risk management. Okay, so project risk management. And then if we scroll down here, there you go, cryptocurrency risk and disclosure continued. So this is a continue of the risk on the main page. And if you scroll down here, there's quite a bit to read, but I think it covers the vast majority of kind of the things that you can see here. And so there are regulatory bodies. Right now, there seem to be just working with the major actors or working with the major risks. I mean, there is definitely some side deals and some unscrupulous things some of these regulators are doing.
Yeah.
Yes. But so Canada, we have FinTrack, there's the CFTC, the FEC, the SEC. Different countries have their different regulatory bodies. And so I think that something else to be aware of is that there's a huge difference between somebody doing one or two NFTs and someone doing a whole project. And there's also a whole lot of use, and there'll be continuing use going forward of people that use AI to create art and selling AI art that may look very pretty, and a lot of it is, but that might be all there is. There might be absolutely no utility or nothing behind it that's more to it. So that's something to make sure that if you're buying something, know what you're buying.
Yep. Know what you hold. Do your own research.
Yeah.
Never give away your keys, your private keys.
Don't do that.
So,
but yes, I think that's about it. It's like you can see that we're on multiple different blockchains on the menu on the right-hand side. I do a blend of using real physical things in the art, sometimes giving it away, and there's also an FTSO and STSO, which is kind of just a means to generate income for the business. Right now, it isn't very much, but that's something that's the team's also working on. There is a roadmap, which is I would say it's more like a wish list than anything.
okay.
This marketplace changes so much that if somebody says that they're going to follow a roadmap 6 months from now, just watch them. See what they do. And I've seen so many of these projects do things that aren't even on them. They might as well just have a wish list. So that's essentially what I have, is a list of things to do. You could call it a wish list, and things change all the time. So,
but again, they can see what you're doing in the Discord as opposed to other projects. That's not necessarily the case. So really, really cool about your project that you do that. And, that might seem micromanagey to other people, but it depends on the level of transparency you want to have, and I think that you definitely set a very high bar for that. So,
well, the good thing is if you're in the XRP community, you haven't missed the launch of the Void collection yet, which will come with the Zen. You'll get back a percentage of the XRP from your purchase price and have a chance to win one of those katanas and the NFTs with them too. I'm waiting due to the FTX market crash and the ongoing things that are we're still seeing dominoes crashing from that first FTX thing. And until that starts to subside and I stop seeing those kind of major market news items, then I don't have a date yet for the relaunch or the launch of the Celestial Void. But feel free, if you have any questions, to reach out to me on social media. If you're in North America, you can try pulling me up on Google, and I have no idea why it didn't work with you, but the majority of the time you can just pull me up on there, and you could even give me a call if you want. And by all means, you can reach out to me on socials. I'm on Twitter at Fidgetal Digital, or on the Discord. You can join in there too, and usually get a hold of me on there.
Gotcha. Well, I really appreciate you coming out, Josh. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you want to see more NFT content, and if you want to have Josh come back here more, love to have you, Josh. Really appreciate your time. But I'm JTXRP. This is Josh Qually from Physical Digital, and we're out.